So the child has to survive the sort of shock of this rupture in attachments in this strange environment. And they do that by adapting to keep themselves safe in that environment. So they will probably hide their anxiety and vulnerability from others, from the other children and from staff. And they put on a mask of coping and confidence and robustness and resilience, all the things that are very much rewarded in that environment. And to cope with those feelings of sadness that they are having, and the pain of feeling abandoned, and the losses and the vulnerability, they cut off from those feelings. So they may disown them, deny them, and dissociate from them. So they get tucked away. Joy Chavarin describes that process as an encapsulation of the self, the shell that gets put on. And Nick describes it as a strategic survival personality, this adaptation and hiding away. And that's partially an unconscious protective process, and some of it's slightly more conscious. So a lot of children will remember when they decided to stop crying because it wasn't okay to cry at school. So it's a mix of conscious and unconscious processes.
So those are really significant experiences for a child. What are the consequences, or have you seen or heard of in later life, in adulthood?
So what happens in later life, or when it can become problematic in later life, is when that mask, that protective mask, is still in place, but actually no longer useful, and that hidden, disowned vulnerability is still hidden, and maybe they're out of contact with it. So they may not be aware either of the mask or of this sort of hidden vulnerability. And what that can lead to is difficulties with intimacy. So they may have difficulties in intimate relationships. They may be unable to feel or have the words or the language to express emotions. And this sort of disowned vulnerability, which at school quite often might have got projected onto other children, in adult life that disowned vulnerability can end up projected onto a partner or their children or non-boarders or us as therapists.